Anyway, let's move on. Shall let's get into some homosexual alleged news, and let's talk about John Travolta because apparently, one of the people that is a big time Hollywood mogul is basically claiming that John Travolta dropped out of American Gigolo due to the movie's homosexual subtext. I was like, it's been so long since I've seen American Gigolo. I don't remember if there's any subtext in it. Now you're gonna make me want to watch that movie. Now, former Paramount exec Barry Diller, who co-founded the Fox Broadcasting Company, excuse me, with Rupert Murdoch, he must be a Republican, shared the anecdote in his memoir, Who Knew, in which for the first time he also discussed his relationship with men. He was also married to Diane von Furstenberg, who, created the rap dress. Now, according to the Hollywood Reporter, Dylan said Travolta, who had shot the fame in Paramount's Saturday Night Fever a few years earlier, and then Grease, was set to play Julian Kay in Paul Schrader's 1980 film about a male escort. Diller claimed Travolta approached Michael Eisner, who was Paramount Pictures president at the time, about stepping back, citing his grief over the death of both his mother and girlfriend, Diana Hyland. How is it that everybody that gets around John Travolta ends up dead? Like his son Jet died, Kelly Preston died, his girlfriend died. I was like, what is going on? Are y'all sacrificing people over there at Scientology, allegedly? Anyway, let's get serious. Now, they said Michael came down to my office and said, John just left, and we have to let him out of the movie because he just can't do it. I said, he's faking it and using you. It's too late to recast, and he's perfect for it. Now, Diller then alleged that Travolta acted this way through a meeting with Michael, and that the real reason the star wanted out was that he was afraid of playing the character because of its somewhat gay subtext. He went to say that he tried to persuade the actor to stay. Well, first of all, John Travolta always looked good back in the day, but Richard Gere definitely turned that part out. No shade. Now, they said, John came to my house one afternoon. I began by saying, right now, you are the biggest star in the world, and you worry about you're going to screw it up. This is a critical time for you. And when you've got a great script and a great part, don't let anything put you off. However, this backfired, and Diller said he made the situation worse because Travolta had told his manager about my criticism of him, so they both hated me. Because he was trying to find ways to get up out of that damn movie, and by any means necessary, he was going to throw your ass under the bus, and that's what he did. Now, Richard Gere, who went on to have an affair with Diller's wife, fashion designer Diane von Furstenberg, she done slept with Richard Gere. Ooh, that must have been some good meat. Eventually stepped into the role, cementing the success he had carved out in Looking for Mr. Goodbar. Now, Diller's story echoed Schrader's account of the situation. The director told the Hollywood Reporter last year that Travolta backed out of American Gigolo, which went on to gross close to $53 million at the worldwide box office, close to, well, it's funny how y'all look at $53 million. Like back in the day, that was a lot. But today's standards, 53 million would be equivalent to $206 million at the box office in America today. And it'd be 153 million pounds in, overseas in England, because they do pounds. And they said the movie basically, the budget, I didn't know. The budget was $5 million. So yeah, they made a shit ton of money with that film. Now they said because of his mother's death, his appearance in film flopped moment by moment, and his growing anxiety about the gay subtext of the film. Now, I will say, because this story did come from Pink News, they said they reached out to John Travolta for comment, and of course he did not comment. But I will say this, I'm going to leave this right here. Now, I don't understand how John Travolta out here worried about gay subtexts, especially with this picture that was floating around all over social media. So, sir, are we really going to sit up out here and start having gay subtext moments and talk about you don't want to be doing anything that has to do with homosexuals, but you had the tabloids that snapped this photo? Explain this, sir. Explain it. But anyway, I'm gonna just leave it right there and leave it to your own conclusion. So I say all this to say, what do y'all think of this story? But look, it probably would have been entertaining to see John Travolta in that part of American Gigolo. But to be honest, I can't see out past Richard Gere playing that part. And I know they did a show version of it on Showtime, which only lasted one season. It was with John Bernthal. And yeah, I love me some John Bernthal, but that show was just, it wasn't it. But I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. And I feel like at the end of the day it all worked out because Richard Gere definitely it was meant for him. And we see that it took years for John Travolta to really get like a hit movie until he did Pulp Fiction. Because everything he touched turned to poop. So let me know what you guys think of this story. But I do wonder if it had anything to do with Scientology. Was they all up in his head? Or was he even a Scientologist at the time when that movie came out? So let me know what you guys think of this story in the comments down below.